This week on the News at Rider.
Rent opens in the Yvonne Theater.
Students, staff, and faculty receive free flu shots in the BLC.
And the campus celebrates Veterans Day.
All this and more on the News at Rider.
Welcome to the News at Rider. I'm JT Fetch.
And I'm Kelly Sousa. Last week, Rider had former Lakers player John Celstan come speak to the athletes on campus. Dave Thomas was there and got the chance to speak with him. Here's more.
Former NBA player John Celstan, who played for the Los Angeles Lakers during their 2000 championship season, spoke during a class for Dr. A.J. Moore. He revealed that the NBA was an exciting time in his career, but that he also wanted to continue focusing on his writing and profession after basketball.
I was always a great basketball player, but I was always a great student as well. Even in high school, I wrote in the school newspaper. And I'm saying this to you guys to say this. Make sure you're well-rounded in as many things as possible, especially in the media, because you're not sure where it's going to take you.
Playing the NBA was a great experience, and I think it was easy for me to transition into writing because basically writing is just telling stories. And a lot of the websites that I wrote for, hoopville.net, probasketballnews.com, I was just basically telling stories about my NBA life. And then I got involved in writing about games. And because I had such a background in reading articles my whole life, reading articles about myself or reading articles about other players, it was pretty much an easy transition for me.
It's about the stories. It's about the why. One of the best things anybody ever told me in this business was, John, you have to tell the viewers at home something that they don't know.
Right now, I'm pulling my way up the ladder. Like I said, this business is very competitive. So I have to continue to prepare and continue to get better at what I do every year. Playing basketball, to me, was the best job in the world. But if you had to do something else, being involved in being able to go to games, watch basketball games, report on them, see how the players are going through the same things that I went through, that's great for me, and it's an easy life for me because I've been involved in it. It's easier to do something when you've already kind of been through it yourself.
For Run 100, this has been Dave Thomas.
For more information about career options, please contact the Center for Career Services at extension 7488.
With the scare of the flu, everyone is taking precautions to protect themselves against sickness. One way of doing so is with flu vaccines. This past week, Rider was offering flu vaccines to staff and students. John Lim was there to get all the information.
So it's that time of year again, flu season. Today, Rider University is administering a flu vaccination for its entire faculty and staff inside the Cavala room of the BLC. Let's go inside to see what it's all about. The Director of Compensation and Benefits talked about the many different services they offer the faculty to help fight against seasonal illnesses.
We're happy to host this annual event whereby we provide free seasonal flu shots to our employees, that's faculty and staff. This year we were fortunate to have a larger room at our disposal, so in addition to the flu shots, we invited our health and wellness vendors to provide support services, and we've had a terrific turnout. We have about 250 employees that come, and even though it's a very long wait, it's a chance for them to socialize, and they're very appreciative to be able to have the flu shot and not have to leave their work site.
After getting their flu shots, those who received the vaccine were excited to share what their experience was like.
So I got my flu shot today. I actually get one every year. I guess this year it seems more important because I guess the H1N1 situation.
I just got my flu shot. It was great. It didn't hurt at all. I was a little nervous. I think it's a great opportunity. They offer free flu shots for all the staff and faculty. I came in earlier. It was packed, so I left. But that's a good thing. It means that, everyone's getting their immunizations, and hopefully we have a healthy campus.
Even Dean Campbell stopped by to partake in the event.
I just got my flu shot. I try to get one annually. I've been doing it now for almost 15 years. I think it's important, especially when you work around so many students in close quarters, so many people, it's important to be immunized. So you can just protect yourself. Otherwise, you get sick and you miss days of work and you can't serve the students.
Just remember, getting your flu vaccination is very important. Make sure you get one as soon as you can. I'm John Lynn for News at Rider.
For more information, visit the Health Center or www.rider.edu/swineflu.
Recently, comedian Greg Giraldo gave a performance at Rider. He has been featured on countless networks from Comedy Central to NBC. Our own Kevin Rafferty sat down with him to talk about his career.
Hey Ryder, it's Kevin Rafferty for Run 100, sitting down with Greg Giraldo. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Kevin Rafferty, from whatever it is you just said.
So, can you just tell us a little bit about how you got started off as being a comedian?
Started off as being a comedian. I just started doing open mics. That's basically what you do. You start doing open mics and bars and stuff, and then from there, and then you just become a giant star.
Where do you really pull your material from, and just
from Jesus?
Just
material from what? Like just stand up? Just mainly I just read papers or walk around. That's pretty much it. And then either walk around or just read papers, or walk around or read magazines or run. Sometimes jog, light walk, brisk walk, or books, or bicycling, cycling, unicycle, tricycle, tandem bike. I'm not particular as to what kind of bike I ride. I don't care any of them. Surrey bike. I don't think the Surrey bike is as efficient per se as the two-person bike, the tandem bike. Because the aerodynamics, and also you don't have the whole the top, the Surrey bike. Have you ever seen those? The frills gets distracting. I have ADD and I tend to always be looking up into the distance. So the jokes come from any of those different ways of conveying myself, or of existing,
biking.
Or of biking, any form of cycling, and any form of ingestion of information, whether it be reading or sometimes just I have people come and chant to me, and that tends to spark a lot of ideas.
This is Kevin Rafferty for Run 100.
To see more of this interview, please stay tuned to the Rider University Network.
Rider celebrated Veterans Day with the reactivation of the ROTC program on campus under the leadership of Cadet Andre Thomas. The day featured a color guard ceremony as well as several guest speakers. I got a chance to speak to the commanding officer of the ROTC program, Lieutenant Colonel John Stark, about the significance of ROTC at Rider as well as the importance of Veterans Day.
So we all, on this day, we pause and we think about our comrades that are still deployed and the ones that didn't come back.
Rider ROTC will continue to produce officers who will serve the Army well, who I am sure will develop into outstanding officers and will be our nation's future generation of veterans.
Well, to me, Cadet Thomas, Andre Thomas, represents possibly a new age in ROTC at Rider. Rider is known as being a very good academic university, and now with the interest that we've received in the military program here from our presence at student activities fairs, and then today recognizing Cadet Thomas at this ceremony, we think that this will reinvigorate our program, and if people are interested, we plan to provide them the opportunity to serve as an officer.
In other campus news, the Westminster Conservatory celebrated 40 years with a benefit concert, reception, and silent auction on Sunday in the BLC Theater. Jeanette Renicki has more.
The 40th anniversary of the Westminster Conservatory was held on Sunday, November 1st in the BLC. Not only did the audience enjoy a wonderful performance, but they also attended a reception and silent auction after the concert. Let's take a look back at the event.
Our mission is that we believe every person benefits from exposure to music. We try to provide that exposure. We do not audition students at the conservatory. We want students to experience music. I think we've had an incredible success over the years doing that, Thank you to all of the faculty that are here, all of the families, all of the parents who bring their children, and all of the adult students that are here. The Westminster Conservatory is the community music school division of the Choir College. So what we do is we offer lessons and classes to the general public. What the conservatory is celebrating is the founding of the conservatory in 1970. The season of 1970-71 was the first year that we started giving lessons. We started in the basement of one of the halls on the Princeton campus, and we had a few piano students, and it's evolved to now in 2009 where we have approximately 3,000 students. We have, in addition to the Princeton location, satellites in Lawrenceville, in South Brunswick, Princeton Academy of the Sacred Heart, and we actually have 2 extensions in Pennsylvania. We really have 2 performances. We have the performance that's going on currently while we're talking. That is our faculty. They're all faculty at Westminster Conservatory, and they are doing a performance. They've donated their time. They're doing the performance. Following the performance, we have this reception that we're setting up for, as well as the silent auction behind me. And all of the items for the silent auction have been donated by either faculty or friends of the conservatory, and we will be auctioning those off. While the silent auction and the reception are going on, we will have student performers. So student groups at the conservatory will perform in this room for the silent auction, but all of the performances in the main hall are current faculty at Westminster. We have 3 categories where we're sending the proceeds. The main one is the scholarship fund. In these times, we have a lot more people that are asking for funding to take lessons at the conservatory, so the main thrust is going to be to the scholarship fund. The second one is faculty development. Faculty often want to go to conferences, and we try to provide them some assistance so that they can go. The third is for the upkeep of the instruments.
For the News at Rider, this has been Jeanette Rudnicki.
Westminster Conservatory teaches students of all ages and hosts many events and concerts, so keep your eyes out for any upcoming events. For more information, visit rider.edu/887.
In today's tough economy, graduating students may find it difficult to find a job, and Career Services recently held its biannual career fair in an attempt to aid past and present students in finding internships and jobs. Our Rider News team was there to cover all the action.
Companies from all over came out to the career fair looking for prospective employees. But the career fair is not just for jobs. There's internship opportunities and graduate admissions as well. Our news team spoke with one of the graduate admissions counselors to learn more about Career Day and Rider's graduate programs.
We're here representing the Office of Graduate Admissions, and we're here to talk to the prospective seniors or juniors coming in, also the alumni that are here, talk about our graduate programs in business and education, and if they're looking, as they're looking at their prospective jobs, to also look at the graduate programs that will also help them to reach their career perspectives in the future.
For those wanting to pursue that childhood dream of working in law enforcement or as a special agent, there was an abundance of opportunities, one of which is the FBI. We spoke with David Ricane, who told us about possible internships and job positions available for Rider students.
Yes, we've had Rider students become FBI employees. We've also had several Rider students become honors interns, which is a program we have during the summers. It's a paid position at one of my headquarter components in Washington, D.C. That information is at our website. The website is fbijobs.gov or gov.
Then we had a chance to speak to Sarah Sherrier for USA Interns.
We have over 80 categories for internships. We have over 10,000 internship postings. We have over 10,000 students who are registered on our site. It's free to register. It's free for employers to post their internships. So it's also, we really have a great database of a lot of opportunities for students.
So be sure to check out the next career fair, because you never know what's out there waiting for you. From the News at Rider, this has been Kevin Rafferty.
The Office of Career Services is located on the 3rd floor of the BLC, and individual appointments can be made to discuss career planning activities. For more information, please dial extension 7488.
Throughout the semester, students have been preparing for the fall performance of Rent. This past week, all of their work came together for the show opening. Our own Zach Davis attended practices and performances in order to catch all the action.
We have rehearsals 6 days a week. That includes music rehearsals, dance rehearsals, and acting rehearsals as well. We get together privately. We feel like the scene needs more work, and it's great. It's been a lot of fun.
If I could summarize the show in one word, it would be relationships. It's all about our friendships with each other. It's all about how we handle the situations that are presented to us, who we go to, how do we move forward, and how some people are dwell in the past with their issues.
I feel like I've been preparing for this show for years. It was actually Rent's the show that got me in the theater.
I play the character Mimi in Rent, and my character is a exotic dancer who has a drug addiction and she's dying of AIDS. But don't judge her from that. She has a lot of love to give, and the quote that she's known for is "No day but today."
My name is Kairos Westcott, and I play the role of Tom Collins in Ryder's production of Rent.
Hi, I'm Nick Anastasia, and I'm playing the role of Mark. Mark Cohen is his last name, but everyone knows him as Mark.
The show is Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. That's November 12th, 13th, and 14th, and it's also next weekend. I believe the 19th, 20th, and 21st. Some of the nights are preview nights, so students actually get tickets a lot cheaper, which is really nice. If you have to see it for class, it helps.
If you still haven't seen Rent, it will be playing throughout the weekend in the Yvonne Theater. For more information, visit www.rider.edu.
This past week, veteran sportscaster Neil Hartman visited Rider to talk to students about what it's like to work in sports broadcasting. The News at Rider was there to cover the event.
With the recent economic recession, graduates have been struggling to find jobs. Sports broadcaster Neil Hartman spoke to students about his experience in the industry. He also spoke about how they can get their foot in the door and make their job search that much easier.
Our coordinating producer is a former intern. He made an impression. We bring him in. He makes another impression. Then he keeps, and there's another guy named Sean Kane that came in here. You knew like that, instantly. This guy was sharp. Now he's one of our lead producers.
The one thing you have to tell anybody in college that wants to get into any business, but in the broadcast business, is internships, relationships. This is the one way you're going to find the best opportunity to get a foot in the door, because everyone says, well, how do I get my foot in the door? I don't have any practical experience. You have to get the internships. That's where you'll develop the relationships, and that'll help you down the road. So that's my number one suggestion to any college student.
As your graduates leave Rider, for example, and excel, it enhances the reputation of this school. So as you do well, it does well for the reputation of the school. So yes, the degree from where you go to school, trust me, that Rider degree is a lot better than Bucks County Community College. When you want to get a job in this business, I'm telling you right now, you need to develop a relationship with somebody in the business. Don't worry about how much money you're making when you first start out. Now, it's easy for me to say, I do make a very good living. I'm very grateful. I'm not going to tell you how much money I make now. However, the point is, I never worried about money. Don't worry about the money. If you like it, if you're passionate about it, you will do well, you will succeed, you will make more money.
Great opportunity. I mean, I love the turnout, and I know they all showed up because of the free food, but it was great to have them listen to what we had to say. And I think it's important that they hear from somebody in the industry, talk about the business, because you can learn something in a classroom, you can work on a TV station at your college, but I think to hear somebody talk about their experiences and what it's like, what it's really like in the business, I hope they got something out of it. I certainly did. It was nice to hear their questions and be able to talk to them.
For the News at Rider, this has been Nicole Lawrence.
This semester, Rider held a fall concert featuring Sean Kingston, Livy Frank, and Nina Sky, Our own Gina Grasso caught up with Sean Kingston after the show. Let's check it out.
Hey Ryder, Gina Grasso here with Sean Kingston backstage. How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So I think it is safe to say that you have burnt down the house tonight. How do you feel after that performance?
Oh, I feel good. It's nice. You know what I'm saying? The crowd I love the crowd. Energy crowd. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of energy, energized. It was beautiful, man. Just see all the people sing the songs. So, you know, it's a blessing.
Well, that's really cool. And you're also involved with a philanthropy, DoSomething.org. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, DoSomething.org is a charity that I'm with. It's me and Do Something at VH1. It's about just letting kids know how big music is and to telling everybody in the colleges and, you know, all around to just enroll into the music and get involved. It's really big, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids that are out there that got talent. That's really got real talent. That's you know, lost, and they're doing stuff that they shouldn't be able to do. So that's just encouraging them, motivating them. You know what I'm saying, being like a little inspiration to get them on the right track.
Okay, and I'm going to change pace a little bit. Beautiful girl. It's about beautiful girl. Do you have a beautiful girl in your life right now?
No, I'm single. Beautiful girl to me is music right now, my career. No girl, focus.
Okay.
I don't have time. I hardly have time to go to the bathroom, much less for me to be on a conversation, you know, talking about a girl or something like that. Nah.
All right, well, we are going to give you that time to take a breath and
Thank
have
you.
a breather.
Thank you. I
so
appreciate it.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay. For Rider University, this has been Gina Grasso.
To see more of this interview, you can visit com.rider.edu/run.
With the recent conclusion of the gubernatorial election, a new governor was chosen. Candidate Chris Christie was voted into office as New Jersey's new governor. We look forward to his upcoming term and seeing his plans put into action. Throughout the year, I have been covering the election and the views of the three candidates. Let's take a look back on the candidates' presentations here at Rider earlier this year.
The Rebovich Institute of New Jersey Politics hosted a series of speeches at Rider University, featuring the candidates in the upcoming gubernatorial election. The candidates put a large focus on education reforms and their plans for the upcoming term. Current Governor Jon Corzine shared his thoughts on education and the economic recession we are now facing.
Well, we've done a couple of things that are pretty clear. The most dramatic is we put a cap on tuition this year for the state universities and colleges, 3% cap. So while a lot of states have double-digit increases this year, we have probably the lowest increase of any state in the country for our public universities. We need to make sure that we're investing in our colleges, that we're investing in our educational process so you have the skills or have opportunity to have the skills for the 21st century. And I believe that that's the foundation for long-term success. We're not always going to be in a recession. I mean, you know, you can go check out any economic textbook and, you know, we have cycles and I believe that economic ship is turning.
Chris Daggett, the fairly unknown independent, had a lot of strong points on education.
If you're taking money away from public schools, that's going to alienate them to some degree. But the bottom line in my mind is that if there's failing schools, we've got to focus on what's the best thing to do for the kids, not for the adults that are in the schools. And when I said about 50 to 70% dropout rate, I mean in certain, mostly urban schools where that occurs. And it's there that we need to provide those alternatives for kids, because it's not good to have a failing school system year after year after year, giving kids diplomas or having them drop out, giving kids diplomas that they don't earn or having them drop out. That doesn't solve the problem. We've got to focus on getting every kid educated.
Dean Campbell attended Daggett's presentation, and we caught up with him after the speech to get his reaction.
I think he made a lot of good points. It was interesting to have somebody talk about the issues and what they thought were important in New Jersey. I think we all learned an awful lot. As you know by the general media, the ads are pretty much attack ads that we're seeing, so it was good to have a discussion of the issues in an intellectual setting at like a university.
Republican Chris Christie showed up an hour late for his presentation, yet his strong following led to a large turnout.
We are one of only 4 states in the last 4 years that has decreased in real dollars the spending on higher education in New Jersey. One of only 4 in America. This has led to 30,000 students this fall leaving the state of New Jersey to seek higher education elsewhere. the largest out-migration of students of any state in America, and in fact, New Jersey accounts for 1/3 of all the out-migration of students for the entire country. One state, 1/3.
This has been Kevin Rafferty for the News at Rider.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm JT Fetch.
And I'm Kelly Sousa.
Please join us again on the News at Rider.
Have a great day.